game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to UFCU Stadium in San Marcos, Texas, home to the Texas State Bobcats. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Catch in the middle, it's Rasmussen. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. All right, guys, let's chat about Texas State. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece.
Oh, he's got some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Throws to the back. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Got a man in the middle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down.
Here we go.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lockett. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Can't get him to the ground. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to sub.
He's into the open down the middle. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Thundering Herd!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 12, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. From the gun, the running back has it. Danced his way through traffic, pickup of 4 to the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Single back formation, and they give it to him. At the 35, he's loose. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. It's complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
22, water.
Just keep slinging it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And you just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Texas State. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Penn State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far today at Happy Valley. They're up by 4 over Akron. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Oh, better look out. Got the first down and more. There he goes to the right. The 30. inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Marshall!
Number 26.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the play fake. Quarterback adapting. Fires to the big fella. Pulled down for the tackle.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
That's caught. It's Lockett. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Handoff to the single running back. Over the ball, squirts out. Recovers the fumble, and got enough space. Touchdown, Herd! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
You got to be Johnny on the spot sometime. How about that? The guy fumbles the ball, but his teammate was very aware. He was able to scoop it up himself, take it in for a touchdown. Guys, they may want to put that play in their game plan next week.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Lockett. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
28, Texas State, 7.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Take over, 1st and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release by the QB. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, get a little juju going.
The Bobcats will hustle to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 35.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Bobcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly to the tight end.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Here comes the hurry up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Breaks into the open. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Brown. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Another 1st down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, flip.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy.
Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Making side adjustments here. To the air on second down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, let him go get yards.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Shakes off the defender. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Direct snap. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up. Defense has to be ready.
Snap to the back. Creates a little room. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Thundering Herd faces a third and short. He'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Lockett. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Quickly out to the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Marshall! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Penn State has the lead right now inside Beaver Stadium, but Happy Valley is a tense place right now. This is a tight game. They're up by 11 over Akron. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, give on the inside. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
They'll move the tight end. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The window.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, going to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Quickly complete. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The Bobcats want to crank the tempo. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He wants it all. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Touchdown, Bobcats! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. With the catch, it's Reinbold. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tight end now in motion. Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the change move, and the Wildcat formation pays off. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Lockett. Turning it on. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurd! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rasmussen. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Rasmussen. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Brings up second down.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Rasmussen. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. From the gun, running back on the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very...
He lofts one down the sideline. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas State. He got a step and just dusted the field. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. After getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Trying to start the drive with a pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Gonna swing it on second down. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Penn State is ahead early in Happy Valley, but that's not exactly Saquon out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 8 over Akron. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And they're able to make the tackle. The Bobcats in the hurry-up.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Rasmussen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make...
Oh, he found a space on the right. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Bobcats are flying down the field.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Bobcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Just about picked off in the end zone, and that would have put a stop to this scoring threat. Instead, it'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He wants to change this route. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete. On
third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can do.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Offense makes its way back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the... Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Marshall! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he tacked on the extra point.
Marshall, 56, Texas State, 28.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Come on, set.
Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Now facing a third and long.
Let's go, let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward... There he goes! Got enough for the first down and wants more. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. He's looking to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. He might want another play. Going right to work up top. Hit as he throws. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. What a helpless feeling for this defense to commit that penalty and pretty much end the game. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Looking for more room. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. An easy decision there for the offense to decline the penalty and take the touchdown. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air on 1st down. Throwing right. He's got it. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And back to the air on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish